Remember those days when everything was just beautiful? There was flow, strangers smiled at you, you got your parking lot without even looking, you got new opportunities knocking on your door, the right people calling you at the right time, you feel good about yourself, you feel good in your body, good messages all over the place. Do you remember those days? Yeah? Unfortunately, they are not the majority, but they are there. So those days where just everything is flowing and you have the feeling the universe is on your side, it's smiling at you, like life is smiling at you. That is caused by your relationship to life, most likely not conscious. The relationship you had on that day is causing suddenly all that miraculous occurrences. So it's a relationship that causes life to deal with us in a certain way. The principles behind that we introduce in a moment. Now those good days we call the Tahiti days. And the Tahiti Principle is something what I want to introduce to you now. It's about those days and the relationship to it. Just imagine you're an inhabitant of Iceland. So you live in Iceland. It's there where it's very cold all the time. And suddenly you found a passion in life, a goal. And it's oranges. So you inquire how to get those oranges. And you even saved your money and you bought a very expensive orange tree seed. Now you got the seed in your hand. And they told you you just have to plant it and then a tree grows and you can harvest oranges. So you plant it in the ground of Iceland. What happens? It freezes. Nothing. No growth. But you're very committed to make that happen. So you read those books, empowerment, persistence. So you sit there. But then you started thinking, oh, maybe it's too cold for the seed. And you inquired about the circumstances this orange tree seed needs in order to grow. So what do? Okay, you build a greenhouse. So you build a greenhouse, now the right temperature, the right humidity and all the rest of it, and suddenly the orange tree is growing. Good. Problem with the greenhouse is you must consistently be on your toes because it needs power. The power breaks down, the temperature goes down, your tree goes down. So you need 24/7 to have your awareness on maintaining the greenhouse. So it costs you effort, stress, and fixed attention. And many of us do have a relationship, do have a job, and what they experience is struggle, what they experience is effort, what they experience is having a greenhouse in our. Yes, you are successful. Nobody says the orange tree isn't growing. However, it's not growing by itself. You must make it grow. And if you stop investing, it's gone. And something in you feels that isn't life. Some deep sense. Now, some wise person visits Iceland and is watching you because over time you not only build one greenhouse, now you have a whole field of greenhouses, many things. A greenhouse for your job, a greenhouse for your relationship, a greenhouse for your hobby, a greenhouse for your body, a greenhouse for yourself, a greenhouse for your relatives. Many greenhouses. And you're busy. No time for nothing. And the wise person is looking at you with compassion, saying, I don't have time for you. No, okay. So I do have time. Yes. Okay, come here. And he got that the concern is to have that orange tree grow. Okay, he said, let me show you something. Take a couple of your seeds and come with me. So they walk over to the field where the private jet of the wise person is, They take off, they are a couple of hours in the air, they land, and there's suddenly a different climate. It's called the island of Tahiti. And 2 armchairs were prepared already. So he said, just take a place. Cocktails came, they put their legs up, and it was beautiful, and they relaxed. And he said, just flip your orange tree seed in the air. And he did. He fell down. A couple of days later, the orange tree started growing. They did nothing. They read magazines, they watched TV, they had a good time, they chatted while the orange tree was growing, and the oranges were much bigger than in Iceland, and they didn't have to worry about anything. Because the context, Iceland, allowed that orange tree to grow by itself. Tahiti, thank you. Do you think a doctor heals? No. No doctor can heal. A doctor creates the circumstances for the healing to take place. He purifies, cleans the wound, and etc., etc. So the circumstances allow the healing to happen or not. The healing takes place by itself. So when we experience that life is a flow, that things are just growing, then it's because we give life the right context to flower. It's our relationship that makes it work or not. Yes, you can work harder. Yes, you can work faster. Yes, you can work different, all the rest of it. We talk about personal power and so on and so forth a little bit later. So that's first to get that context is a power that makes things happen by themselves. And nobody complains about being in action because it's fun to be in action. If you love a sport, skiing, tennis playing, you don't complain. It's not effort, although you're fully in action. Effort is when you work against resistance in yourself or outside and all the rest of it. And that might be then you greenhousing, not Tahitiing. So before we go any further, I invite you to identify possible greenhouses in your life.